Online scamming is a major problem that nobody really talks about. Either ashamed or scared to share their stories, thousands of victims let scammers evaporate into the web.
Online fraud is becoming more common in West Australia as it is fairly easy to do and it can be done from anywhere around the world. The most common online fraud is romance fraud. This is primarily because it touches and pulls at the heartstrings of vulnerable, lonely people. It's one of the most easiest frauds to commit and also is one of the most profitable. Romance fraud also provides an opportunity for the offenders to do multiple victims at any one time.
Well, I received a fairly standard email from my bank, or what I thought was from my bank, requesting me to log in to check my details. A couple of weeks later, I realised that a couple of $1,000s had been taken out of my account.
Major fraud squad detectives are now identifying 500 new fraud victims per month, with a total of $10 million being sent overseas each year.
Someone stole my identity in America. That's what we call identity theft. And they used my social security number to put a lot of credit cards on my name.
Victims are visited by detectives from a major fraud squad. Their line of investigation is driven by the amount of information the victims can provide police as to the identity of the offender. Now that could be email addresses, mobile phone numbers, IP addresses, bank account details, anything that will provide the ability for police to investigate the offence. I'd encourage them that when they're doing online banking, that they make sure they actually log out of that particular site and not just close the site, because that leaves the door open for scammers to get into their addresses. I'd also encourage them to make sure that they change all their passwords on a regular basis, that they use very strong password protection, uppercase, lowercase, use numbers, to make sure they don't respond to emails asking for updates of personal information, and certainly not to provide any banking details. I'd also ask them to make sure that when they are making any online purchases, they use secure websites like PayPal, and not to use wireless transfers, because they're very hard to detect where the money actually has gone and who the person is you're sending the money to.
It's a little bit scary to think that you can be so easily tricked on an off day to handing over your details to someone without even knowing it.
I felt terrible and defenseless. There really nothing much I could do, and today it's 3 years this happened and I'm still paying the consequences.
I suppose the lucky thing with being with this bank, Commonwealth, is that no questions asked. They refunded the money straight to me and took it upon themselves to chase the fraudster.
I'm a lot more careful now, of course. I only buy through trusted websites, and I try to go in the retail stores as much as I can, and only very trusted companies online, no others.